Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And today I want to do something a little different. It's the new moon, is the night that this video goes up. So I was thinking, how about look at a couple of angelic energies that are coming in with this particular new moon, and maybe pull an affirmation card from the deck that we talked about a few days ago. Just kind of give us a little extra support in what we're manifesting this month. Also, this is a great time to start with the new moon energy to set your intentions for the next 2 weeks or for the next lunar cycle, so the next 28 days. That way you can really focus on one project at a time, and it also helps you tap into that higher frequency energy. So if these type of monthly or moon-based readings are interesting, or if this is something you want to see me continue, feel free to comment down below and let me know. So what we'll do is we'll go through the elements like we do for the other readings, so fire, earth, air, water, and we'll pull 2 angels to see what their energy is bringing in, and then we'll check out an affirmation card, and you can feel free to copy the affirmation down, use it throughout the month, and just as a little reminder of how to support yourself, how to do some self-care, even if it's a 5-minute little ritual that you do each day. Those things are super important, and most of the time, especially in our busy lives lately, we forget to do these simple little things that make us feel more at peace with ourselves and the world around us. And I don't know about you, but I know the world could use some peace. So if we start at home, we can spread that peace out, because every time we feel peaceful, the world ripples out with the same energy. So fire, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Put my note over here so I can see. We're starting you off with the energies of the angels of forgiveness and understanding and cutting the cords. So fire, it looks like this next month cycle is going to be a good one to let go of some things from the past and remove some energies from where you're at. Cutting cords, sometimes it's cutting cords to an old job that you still for some reason maybe hold some resentment towards, or even an old boyfriend, girlfriend, someone from past, and you're in a new situation now, so it's time to forgive and let go of that situation. But the energy that's coming in for our fire family is this is a really good time to do some inner work, clean out some things that are really not in the way, they're not benefiting you at all, it looks like. And when I'm hearing cut the cords, I'm also hearing this is a good time to check in with Archangel Michael and work with him. And Gabriel's another one, which is kind of his opposite. Michael's fire, Gabriel's water. But with Gabriel, that's where you tap into the forgiveness part. So there is a dual energy that's coming in for the angelic side for our fire family, and it's forgiveness and clearing things out. Time to let go of some burdens that are no longer helping you. And your affirmation card, and I'll have everything linked in the description if you're interested, says, I am at peace. And this is a really weird color. It says, divine peace and harmony surround and dwell within me. I feel tolerance, compassion, and love for everyone, including myself. So as you're going through this month and you're kind of clearing things up a little bit, especially this moon cycle, tonight is the night to start reminding yourself that I am at peace. And say it that way. Don't say, like I could say, you are at peace. But say it to yourself, I am at peace. Because when you put the term I am in front of something, it makes a creation. And what you're doing this month is you're clearing space so you can find your peace. So your affirmation for the fire family is, I am at peace. Write that on a note card, stick it to your bathroom mirror, make it as your screensaver, if they still have those things, on your computer, or just stick a Post-it note up on your screen. But just remind yourself throughout the day, repeat it every time you look at this little note, repeat it 4 or 5 times. I am at peace. I am at peace. And you'll start noticing that you're going to start smiling when you say that, because even if you're in a frustrated point, because it's like, okay, yeah, I know, universe, God, source, I get it, I need to settle down. And we've all had those days. And if someone says, oh, I haven't had days like that, Are they telling you the truth? Because I don't think they are. Anyway, hopping over to our who's next? Earth. Earth covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And let's see, I've got one of the cards pulled. There we go. This deck is really talkative when it wants to be. So for our Earth family, we have the angels of self-acceptance and manifestation. Earth, you have some very awesome energies coming in this new moon cycle, because self-acceptance is looking in the mirror and realizing, yeah, you may have work to do. There may be something you want to improve, but where you are right now, you're actually okay with it. It's going to get better, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to manifest and improve, but we start from understanding where we start. Where are we at in this moment? So when we look at the angels of self-acceptance, you look in the mirror, your hair's not long enough, it's the wrong color, your eyes, whatever, the wrong color of eyes, you can fix that with contacts. The hair, there's a whole bunch of things you can do with that. Or maybe you're too skinny, you're too overweight. Okay, that's fine. But where you're at is where you're at. So appreciate where you're at. Accept where you're at. That doesn't mean you can't improve, because that's the manifestation. That's card 2. We're manifesting to, how do we get better from where we are? None of us are perfect. And Earth, this is the time to remember loving this physical form that we carry. Sometimes it's not so easy to love or appreciate that when your knees creak or you've gained that 5 pounds and it's like, oh no. But when we can accept who we are in this moment, it allows us to say, this is where we're at, and I'm okay. Now it's time to see what can we do to improve. How can I manifest something different? So as you're going through this new moon, one of your one of your plans could be getting you okay with who you are, but also saying, this is where we're at. How can we make this better? And then do a short window of time, like over the next 28 days, I want to lose 2 pounds. That's doable. Make it something, whatever you want to manifest, make sure that it's doable in the moment. Like trying to lose 2 pounds in December during, Christmas and all that, probably not going to happen. Maybe you might be dedicated. That's awesome. I am personally not. Christmas comes around and diets are the last thing on my mind. But that is something you can think of and grow with, is how can I improve in this moment? So that's definitely something to think about, is accept, appreciate, and love yourself in the moment. And then looking forward, how can you improve upon where you're at and who you are? Makes it a little more interesting of a challenge for the month. So with that, your affirmation that we pulled from the deck here is, I have the perfect living space. And it says on the back, I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills my needs and desires. It's a beautiful location and at a price I can't afford. So your self-acceptance is not just you yourself. They're also saying it's your house and manifestation. So I have the perfect living space. Earth, you have the perfect living space. Because when your living space is reflecting your inner space, everything goes better. So when you're accepting of yourself, it reflects in how you live and where you live. And then you can manifest even better things because you're happy and you take care of the places that you live. Your soul lives in your body lives in the house. So I have the perfect living space is an amazing affirmation to use when you're working with self-acceptance, because it's not just the house. Your soul lives in this thing, this meat suit. And when we're taking care of both, when we accept and love both, it allows the manifestation energy to help us shift into even greater things. You're great where you are, but we always can go better, right? So let's hop over to our air family. And air covers Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's see which angels are talkative with our air family today. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Woo, that card just about fell out of the deck. So that's that's an important card. So we're starting off with the angels of surrender and the angels of no. Ooh, setting some boundaries as we sort things out here. And what I'm getting with this one for our air family is surrendering to the path ahead, looking to the things that you've already started, and really moving forward within the parameters of what you have set. The no comes in when people are like, well, you could do it that way, but why not do it this way? Everyone else is doing it that way. No, I'm doing it my way. I'm surrendering to the path ahead. But what if? No, I'm surrendering to the path ahead. So you're definitely in a you're kind of in the same boat as fire was, where you have a push-pull going on here. With surrender, it's accepting how things are, and you're going with the flow of the direction you're headed. So you've got your goals set up there, you're manifesting towards that, you're praying about it, you're taking the logical next steps as you're inspired to do. And when something bumps into you and you're like, ooh, no, that's not okay, you can honestly put up the little wall and say, no, thank you, that's fine, you can go do that over there, but that's not for me. And when we surrender and connect into the divine will, you put your goals, your dreams, your hopes through prayer, through meditation, through, rituals of some form, and then we surrender it. We put the work in, we set everything up and say, okay, God source, now it's your turn, show me what's next. So you surrender to the process. And then you get these really weird little synchronicities. You get these little inspirations. You just start doing things because, well, this seems like the next thing to do towards that goal. And all of a sudden it happens. And it's the most easy thing to do. And when we stay focused with that aspect, we have surrendered to the process, and the process works with us. It's when someone comes along and is like, oh, you're trying to get a job and you're just applying online and you're not actually going for interview. You have to go in first. You have to go do the interview thing. In some cases that is true, but not for everything. Or you could be working on starting your own business. Oh, you're going to do it out of your home. Oh, you don't want to do that. You want to get a storefront. No, I'm doing this my way because this is what I have been inspired to do. This is what my goal is, and your way is not my way. And so putting up those healthy boundaries, is going to prove to be very helpful this month of October and this new moon that's coming up right at the moment. And you are, and this is perfect, because these are your angels, the angels of surrendering to the process and setting healthy boundaries. Your affirmation is, I accept my uniqueness. And Louise would say, there is no competition and no comparison. For we are all different and meant to be that way. I am special and wonderful, and I love myself. So I accept my uniqueness. This is you, Air. You are not willing to go with the flow of what other people think. You're following the process that you have agreed to with God Source Divine. You are taking the steps, following your inspiration, following your muse, following your bliss, so that you can find the things that you want. And this next month is a really good time to practice healthy boundaries with the no, but also surrender to the process of what you're creating. When you work with any form of creative talent, you can try to force it and you'll break your thread, you'll crack the stone, you'll mash your creation if you're doing like pottery or something. But when you surrender and you move with it and you finesse it versus force it, things happen magically. And that's how it seems. When we accept our unique states and our unique personalities, we shine in our own corner. We don't need someone else's opinions. We don't need someone else's approval, because we are who we are, and that makes us unique and special. And a lot of times people want to be like, I'm unique just like everyone else. No. You don't want to be like unique everyone else. You want to be the best version of you. And there's only one of you. So be the best version of that. And when you accept your uniqueness, that means there's something special about you. And not egoic special where I'm better. It's I'm different from other people, and that's okay. And I like who I am, and I like where I'm going. And that's the energy that's coming up for Air for this new moon, is looking at things from that healthy way. So let's take a peek now at our water family. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our fishies out there. Let's see what angels are coming forward for you guys and gals. And then we'll check in with our affirmations and see what the new moon's going to bring for the water family. Ooh. Water, you have definitely got a fun set of angels coming forward. And I would say this is going to apply for the next 28 days, 14 to 28 days moon cycle. But this could also be playing out into something much bigger for our water family, because you have the angels of romance and connection, love angels, coming in, but you also have the angels of raising your vibration. With raising your vibration, you're getting connected into that higher spiritual state. You're connecting in with, like Metatron, you're working with your higher self, you're understanding of your shadow, and you're able to process things and accept them as they come up. And that allows your vibration, your energy field around you, to actually start to glow, which for water is amazing because you're getting away from the heavier stuff. And that's huge, and that's the energy coming in. But you also have, these guys over here, the romance and connection. So you're raising your vibration, and by doing that, you're actually opening the doorway for something new. If you're already in a relationship, this could be a reconnection, because there is that connection part. See, down here, connection. That could be part of it, where you may have just been busy work, carrying on, doing all the things, but now that you're paying attention, you're opening up to that vibration shift, and you're lifting that. Meditation is great. Prayer is a good way to do it, especially the forgiveness part of prayer, and really bringing yourself into that state and allowing yourself to cast off that which does not serve and focus on, what can I do to improve? How can I improve? How can I help? When you do it that way, vibration lifts, and then you start having the time to spend with the person that you're already with, and you can connect at a deeper level. If you happen to be single, though, water, this could indicate that as you raise your vibration, the person who's been kind of floating off to the side in your vortex, if you listen to Abraham Hicks, the person that's in the vortex that's been waiting for you, and they're just kind of like cooling their heels because you may have been doing a lot of inner work, sorting some stuff out, but not quite ready for the connection. This next lunar cycle, they're saying that there's the opportunity for connection increases for you. So you've got a really awesome set of angels coming in, because these angels, what is that, are wanting to help you align to your highest state. But they also want you to be in a situation where the partner that you're with is also aligned to their higher state. So the two of you come together and you're both on a vibrational uptick. You're both going to amplify each other. You're going to come together in really a powerful connection. It could be a friendship, or it could be a little more romantic, because romance is that, but the connection is also indicating there could be a deeper friendship occurring. So, could be both, who knows. But that's the energy that's coming in, is it's time to start really focusing on the elevation of the energy field that you live in. By doing so, it's going to deeper connect you with your partner, or it may open the door for a future partner. And your affirmation is, it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. And this is where that shifting vibration comes in, or raising vibration. I am not limited by any past thinking, lower energy fields. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at my world. I am willing to change and grow. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. So as you're going through this month, if you're, oh, I can't believe I did that, I'm so stupid. No, pause. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Raise your vibration. That was a mistake. What can I learn from the mistake? Now that I've learned the lesson, let's not repeat that. So we're going to do something different next time to improve, because it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Why did that happen? No, that happened. What can I learn from that? How can I improve based upon this action? Because the thought pattern before that is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. So as you go through this month, water, this 28-day, 14 to 28-day cycle, depending on which set you work with, you're working with some really healthy, healing angels, raising your vibration. There's angels like Metatron, who's amazing for ascending energies. But you also are working with ones like Gabriel and Camiel and some of that family, where you're bringing in this emotional healing and helping you connect at a deeper level. And the universe is saying, your affirmation, it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed, means when you shift vibration, sometimes it's changing this before anything outside happens. And it's because we have to get out of the old way of thinking accept the new way of thinking, and then that lifts us just simply by that, because you start to look for more positive things, you start to appreciate things in a different way, and you let go of that which does not serve. So water, you have got a beautiful month ahead of you. Everyone really actually has some good stuff going on here. But water, you have a fun one because it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. And these are general and little bits that come through. So anyone who's watching, you can pick whichever one aligns most with you. But they're, just take what works, leave the rest. We'll go with that. With that, let me know in the comments down below if this is a type of reading on new moons you would like to start seeing more of. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and I will see you in the next video.